What if I told you that a 34-year-old graphic designer from Michigan outwitted, outplayed, and outlasted some of the toughest competitors Survivor has ever seen? Rachel LaMont didn't just win season 47, she dominated it. From jaw-dropping blindsides to record-breaking challenges. Her gameplay was a masterclass in strategy and resilience. But how did she do it? What secret moves and daring risks led her to claim the $1 million prize? Stick around, because we're diving deep into the rise of one of Survivor's greatest champions. This is the story you need to hear. The narrative of Rachel LaMont, a graphic designer from Southfield, Michigan, who is 34 years old, is one that is characterized by strategy, tenacity, and heart. The fact that Rachel emerged victorious as the sole survivor of season 47 not only ensured that she was awarded the $1 million prize, but it also solidified her position as one of the most memorable players in the history of Survivor. The beginning of her adventure began a very long time before she set foot on the beaches of Fiji. Rachel gained an appreciation for the value of resiliency and adaptation as she was raised in a town that had a strong work ethic. In the future, these characteristics would constitute the foundation of her gameplay choices. Rachel spent a significant amount of time improving her artistic and analytical skills while working as a graphic designer. Her ability to think in a way that was both strategic and aesthetically pleasing provided her with a distinct perspective, which she integrated into the game. Rachel came into the game of Survivor with a specific objective in mind: to conquer the social, strategic, and physical contests. From the minute she arrived at the camp, she was intent on forming powerful ties and ensuring that her long-term plan remained unaltered. At the beginning of the game, Rachel's social abilities were very impressive. She formed connections with her fellow tribe members very fast, connections that would prove to be extremely important later on in the game. Her unique ability to make others feel at ease, which she frequently accomplished through the use of humor and empathy, was a formidable asset. Her strategy was deliberate, yet it never gave the impression of being forced, which is a balance that many players find difficult to attain. This early work not only prevented her from becoming a target but also allowed her to discreetly influence decisions, which created the groundwork for her future success. It was during the initial few tasks when Rachel's athletic prowess became very apparent. Whether it was balancing on tight beams, solving difficult puzzles, or persisting through arduous tests of stamina, she performed exceptionally well in every single one of these activities. Her efforts became so important to her tribe that they came to rely on them, which cemented her place as an important part of the squad. Rachel remained grounded and always thought several moves ahead, in contrast to some players who may have allowed their early success to inflate their egos. The period of the game that occurs in the middle is frequently referred to as the messy middle, because it is during this time when alliances change and the dynamics become uncertain. Rachel was able to demonstrate her versatility to the fullest during this period. She was able to negotiate shifting coalitions with precision, never falling behind her rivals, and always remaining one step ahead of them. When a surprise was on the horizon, Rachel frequently played a role in the planning and execution of it. Nevertheless, she was able to preserve the impression that she was a reliable ally throughout the entire process. Rachel was able to flawlessly accomplish the precise balance of sincerity and deception that she was attempting to achieve. It was one of her biggest assets because she had the ability to accurately read people. Rachel had a hunch that they were lying to her or plotting something against her, and she was able to recognize these things. It was because of this that she was able to make decisions in a timely manner, such as switching alliances or playing an idol. While we are on the subject of idols, one of the most memorable moments of the season was when Rachel performed her idol play at Tribal Council at the exact right moment. She carefully played her secret immunity idol, which resulted in the nullification of 5 votes against her and the elimination of a major opponent. She was facing the possibility of being blindsided. This play not only helped her save the game, but it also established her as a formidable opponent who must be taken seriously. Rachel's plan became progressively more obvious as the game moved into the later phases of the competition. In spite of the fact that she was the undisputed frontrunner, she positioned herself in such a way that she was never the most dangerous candidate on the board. While she was quietly pulling the strings behind the scenes, she let others to carry the brunt of the responsibility. This tactic was put on full show during one of the most dramatic moments of the season, in which she arranged a split vote to eliminate a significant danger while simultaneously removing an idol from the competition. The maneuver was so impressive that it put her rivals as well as the crowd in a state of wonder. It would be an understatement to say that Rachel's performance in the late game was nothing short of unprecedented. She tied the record for the most individual immunity wins awarded to a woman in a single season by securing 4 victories in that category. Each success was a demonstration of her unwavering commitment and unwavering intent. Rachel persevered through a particularly difficult task by maintaining her balance on a limited perch for more than 2 hours, despite the fact that she was experiencing both physical and mental strain. It was her dogged determination that paid off, as she was able to acquire immunity and further solidify her path to the objective. When the season drew to a close, the final immunity challenge was one of the most significant moments that occurred. Rachel was well aware that if she were to claim victory in this competition, she would be able to determine who would be seated next to her at the final tribal council. Rachel maintained her unwavering concentration throughout the challenge, which was a rigorous test of both endurance and concentration. When Rachel's most formidable rival experienced a setback, she made the most of the situation and emerged victorious. But her victory gave her the opportunity to select the 3 individuals who would be joining her in the final round, a choice that eventually ensured her triumph. When Rachel appeared before the jury at the final tribal council, she was up against her contemporaries, many of whom she had outwitted and outplayed. Her speech was a lesson in survival tactics that was second to none. She brought attention to the relationships that she had developed along the way, admitted that she had been betrayed, and acknowledged the movements that she had made. She demonstrated to the jury why she was deserving of the title of sole survivor by striking the ideal balance between modesty and self-assurance. Her responses throughout the questioning of the jury were on par with her previous statements. She addressed their issues in a straightforward and honest manner, which earned her the respect of those individuals, despite the fact that she had taken them by surprise earlier in the game. When it came time for the jury to cast their vote, the verdict was unmistakable. The power of Rachel's game was demonstrated by the fact that she ended up winning with a resounding 7-1-0 vote. Her win was not solely about the $1 million reward, rather, it was the fruition of her perseverance, hard work, and brilliant strategic planning. Rachel took some time to think on her journey as she stood on the stage during the live reunion concert. Confetti was falling all around her. She had not only accomplished her goal of winning Survivor, but she had done so in a manner that demonstrated her knowledge, power, and heart. The victory of Rachel LaMont is more than simply a personal accomplishment. It serves as a reminder of the very qualities that make Survivor such a wonderful game. Her capacity to adjust, her ability to interact with others, and her immaculate execution of strategy serve as a model for players of the generations to come. A new benchmark has been established by Rachel in terms of what it means to be a sole survivor. The trip that she has taken will definitely motivate a great number of fans and players alike. After the cameras have stopped rolling and the Survivor 47 logo has been displayed on the screen for the very final time, Rachel's legacy will be confirmed. She attended the game as a spectator, but she left as a legendary figure. Rachel LaMont demonstrated that anyone can do everything they set their mind to if they have the dedication, strategy, and heart to do it. Survivor is a game that is full of unexpected twists and turns.